Hey guys, I'm Roland Techusiast, and in this video I wanted to explain why I decided to hold onto my Galaxy Z Fold 4 for another year and why I'm not upgrading to the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Before I go any further, if you're new on the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. I review smartphones, laptops, wearables and more, so make sure you stick around and subscribe. Before we get into all the reasons, let's actually talk about all the new things in the Galaxy Z Fold 5. For starters, it has a new flex hinge mechanism that allowed Samsung to shave off a few millimeters and make the device lighter and more comfortable in the hand. The new Galaxy also folds shut and there's no longer a gap in the middle, and that's great since coins, keys and other small objects can no longer get between the displays while the phone is folded, so the chances of you accidentally breaking and scratching the display are close to none. Other than that, the Fold 5 is powered by the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset that provides better efficiency and greater performance, but aside from that, the other upgrades are negligible. Sure, the main display is now brighter and the new chip with the ISP will improve the camera quality, but there are no large and meaningful upgrades this year that would stand out. The main reason why I discourage Fold 4 users from upgrading comes down to the many similarities between the Fold 4 and the Fold 5. The Fold 5 has a very similar hardware, not to mention the looks. It's a small iterative upgrade this year and I see little to no reason to go with the new Fold unless you have the money and you want a more refined smartphone. I must give it to Samsung, the new Fold 5 looks very promising, but even though I could upgrade right now, as a technology enthusiast, it just makes no sense. The Fold 5 is a great option for those looking to get their hands on their first foldable smartphone and those who want to upgrade from the Fold 3 and older devices, but I think Fold 4 users can lean back and wait for another year for more meaningful upgrades. And while I'm on the topic of similarities, it's time for some nitpicks. The Fold 5 uses a new hinge mechanism, yet Samsung failed to remove the crease. I personally never had an issue with this, but I know many people do, and it raises concerns among users who might not be fully up to date about the durability of these devices. And let's be real, it doesn't look that great when using the device from an angle. Other smartphone makers managed to make the crease nearly invisible, and it's time for Samsung to follow the footsteps of the others. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 comes with a 4400 mAh battery, and the same cell was used in the Galaxy Fold 3 and the Galaxy Fold 4. Now, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and the new One UI and Android update will likely bring battery-related improvements to increase the battery life. I wouldn't expect a significantly longer battery life when compared to last year's generation. I would expect the battery to be slightly improved, which once again makes me recommend you stick with the Fold 4. That's not all. Samsung also didn't improve the charging speeds and the Fold 5 still uses the slow 25W wired charging solution. Well, this works, it's rather slow and Samsung hasn't been doing its homework to keep up with other smartphone makers who have been supporting 65W and better charging technologies. The other reason why it's not worth upgrading from the Fold 4 comes down to price. While those of you in the United States are fortunate enough to buy the Fold 5 at the same price as the Fold 4 from last year, it's not the same in every region. I'm based in the UK and the Fold 5 costs a whopping £100 more than the Fold 4, which isn't too surprising given the high inflation and the current economic situation. Still, it's a steep increase. Given the small hardware improvements and the higher price tag, it's hard to justify spending that much money once again, even if you decide to upgrade on a contract. The Google Pixel Fold is sold for the same price as the Galaxy Fold 5, and the Pixel Fold is the closest competitor and the best alternative we have yet, both in the US and internationally. For those who want a true multitask champion, Samsung is still the best option, but for those looking for a true Android foldable with even more timely updates, the Pixel Fold will continue to remain an excellent alternative. And for those in Europe, the Honor Magic VS and the soon to be arriving Magic V2 will be great additional choices, likely for less or for about the same price. So if you have a budget, you might be better off holding out upgrading at least until the Fold 5 comes down in price, like it usually does during promotional periods. However, if you want to save some money, you might be better off holding on to your existing Galaxy Z Fold 4. For those who are using the Galaxy Z Fold 3, a foldable from another brand, or a device that's more than 2 years old, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 might be a great option. I don't want to bash Samsung too much, but credit is due where it's due, and the Fold 5 is likely going to be one of the best foldables in 2023. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 will remain high on my recommendation list for those who are new and just want a reliable device to get into the foldable smartphone world, but for those who are already experiencing it on on a fairly recent device, it might not be worth upgrading right away unless you can justify spending that much on what is essentially a very small iterative update over the previous generation. And there you have it. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll also link my Galaxy Fold 3 and Galaxy Fold 4 reviews down below. Let me know what you would like to see next. With that said, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.